thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be here for this annual appointment with Energy Press and the Power and Gas Forum. Well, a big question about how we see the global market trends. Let's say, starting more at the regional level, I think that we will see a lot of gas demand coming in the forthcoming summer. Of course, we have a huge need to replenish the level of storages all around Europe, which means that Europe will have to import a lot of LNG. A lot more than in the past, not because the level of storages are particularly low, but because in the past we had a lot of piped gas to be used during the summer in order to, let's say, replace the storage that has been utilized during the winter season. So, let's say, at the global level, we will see a competition somehow between LNG for Europe and LNG for Asia, in which, of course, a lot will depend on the Asian demand, and it seems that now it's a bit weak to determine the prices at which Europe will be able to attract LNG for the European market. What we certainly see, and it's more relevant on a day-by-day for us, we see a significant increase of gas demand in Greece. Let's say in the last year we had an increase of gas demand of 30% in 2024 versus 2023. And the first 2 months of 25 has been showing a trend which is continuing even higher. We had an increase of 44% of the gas demand in Greece. And if we look at the utilization of the grid, 50%, because we also had the recovery of export. So in general, what we perceive is that, as you said, let's say vertical integrated players, they have a lot of focus on gas-fired generation to complement the renewable, and there is a lack of sufficient dispatchable energy in the Southeast Europe region, for which Greece is taking a big stake of this demand. So what we see is that in this period we had a lot of electricity production with gas in Greece and export of electricity. Because the countries in the Balkans have been delaying more and more the installation of new CCGTs, they are phasing out all the nuclear, and therefore they have a growing gap that only dispatchable gas power plants can serve. So what we need to do, and what we are doing, of course, for serving is this material increase in gas demand, of course, is to complete as fast as we can reasonably the development of our grids. These imply creating the flexibility that enable both to serve the domestic demand or to export the gas if the domestic demand eventually goes down because it's replaced by production in the other countries in the north. So for us in this moment, let's say a huge priority in the gas sector is speed up the execution of our delivery of our 10-year development plan. We see big announcement by PPC about West Macedonia. The pipeline is going to be there by the end of this year, so all good. But of course, depending on the capacity demand, we will have to reconsider the overall system flexibility and ability to serve all the consumption points in the northern part of the country.